So in the first part we got most of the basic ingredients together for quick banana bread from Rombauer, Joy of Cooking. We're doubling the recipe. So this is banana, walnut. This is a mixture of flour, baking powder, and salt. This is a mixture of lemon, rind, sugar and shortening, which in this case is coconut oil, and I've got 4 medium-sized eggs, which are to be beaten and then mixed with this, with the sugar mixture. So, normally when I beat eggs, I do it in a smaller container, so I'm just going to illustrate my usual practice. I've seen people who can break eggs much more elegantly than I can do. And to beat eggs, there are lots of different kinds of instruments that one can use, such as a beater. We have a couple different varieties of these, and it's also possible to use chopsticks. A fork. Fork will do it. Okay, so these beaten eggs are supposed to be mixed in with this sugar emulsion here. I'm going to use this spatula or scraper here to get as much of that out of the bowl as I can. Now I'm going to mix all that up together. the recipe says to blend in the flour mixture here by thirds, so not all at once, in other words. Mix it in thoroughly, you know, so that all the flour is incorporated before you add another bit of the flour mixture. I would not normally turn the bowl, I'm just doing that so that you can see what's going on inside it. Probably a little daring to put that all in at once, but I think I'll manage. Now, really, you could bake that and not even add the banana, and it would be okay. But the banana definitely adds a lot to the whole thing. The banana goes in. Those of you who have seen Game of Thrones may remember the running joke between one of the would-be kings and his servant, the Onion Knight, about less and fewer. When you have bananas individually, you can have more or fewer of them, but once you've mashed them up and they're all incorporated together, then you can have more or less banana. I realize that I didn't say now we put in the bananas, but I said now we put in the banana, and it's on the same sort of logical argument as less and fewer. It's one of the things that often gets me at the checkout when it says 10 items or less. Well, no, if I've got items, it's going to be fewer, not less of them. Alright, So, the walnuts. This is a part which I often seem to forget. And then I've started baking, and all of a sudden I realize that I've got walnuts sitting out on the counter. So this time I didn't forget. I've got them mixed in. And because I'm making a double size of the recipe in the book, I'm going to need 2 pans, and they're supposed to be lightly greased, and I'm using butter. Which, if they dare to watch the whole thing, my housemates will never eat anything from me again. But it's going in at 350 degrees. I mean, like, you know. But they might not use butter anymore, but that would be okay too. More for me. I have done this and forgotten to grease the pans, and it's all right, but you're going to tend to have sticking of the bread to the pans, and it's much better to have the whole loaf come out intact, in my opinion anyway. Now this is the tough part, because this bowl is very heavy. And I'm afraid I'm not illustrating this very well for you by tipping the bowl this way. I can do it this way. Works a little bit against my handedness. For some reason, using the spatula, that's a right hand task for me. I do things, I'm not completely dominant, but my right hand is my writing hand. And then there's certain other things that I always tend to do with it. Using a spatula is not one of them, so it's kind of weird. These didn't turn out to be quite even, so this is not really the best practice to transfer like this. The reason is that some of that batter comes up on the side. So I want to get that down. Hopefully that won't mess up with the grease. The greasing of the pan will not be too much violated by that. So when you're just making a single when you're making the recipe as it is and just putting it into one pan, this won't be an issue, but to get it evenly distributed into the pans is desirable. And these will rise a bit, but in my experience, they won't really rise that much. They're certainly not going to fill the pan, in all likelihood anyway. And so they go into the oven. And I believe that they're supposed to be in there for 50 minutes. It says an hour or until done, and I'm going to give them 50 minutes. I say 50 because some people hear me saying 50 and they think that I'm saying 15. So it's not 15 but 50. And that gives me a chance to clean up and get the kitchen tidy, and that's pretty much the assembly and so on of quick banana bread from Rombauer's Joy of Cooking.